Yo, today's video is going to be a shorter one. I just wanted to look in the camera and talk about me finding friendship on my self-improvement journey. I know this is kind of like a big topic on the internet. A lot of big YouTubers talked about how it's very difficult to actually find friends, how to genuinely prolong and keep your friendships from before. And I think I'm just going to counter that point. I think self-improvement doesn't necessarily do that much to your friendship, and it also enhances the amount of friends you get to know, the quality of people in your life as well. I was just doing a bit of journaling in the morning. I wrote my meditations 18. I was like, I just literally thought about how many friends, how many lovely people I met in the past year. I talked about my Ukrainian girls is literally, I do Ukrainian volunteering. It's a big thing in England. And I met two lovely Ukrainian girls, changed my life completely. Now I'm like super close with them. I found my barber, which is something I never thought before. If you want to make friends and you're looking at this video, be like, how the hell do I make friends? Really, how to win friends and influence people. Gonna change your life, bro. Just promise me you're gonna read this. It tells you how to interact with people who are like smaller people in your life, or like less like you wouldn't realize that they really contribute so much to society until you genuinely sit down and talk to them. Found my barber was such a guy. You really couldn't judge a book by its cover. He's such a genuine man. Yesterday I went for my haircut, yeah. Then we were just talking about stoicism, man. Like my barber and I were talking about the quotes of Marcus Aurelius. We were quoting Aurelius and Plato. And we just had such a deep talk about masculinity. We talked about our dreams to like become great fathers, our upbringing, how it's very difficult to reparent yourself in this kind of society, and how we think that the society's gonna become from like hard men create strong times or whatever, like strong men create hard times, right? No, strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. We were talking about that, and we were talking about how society might go to become a weaker society, become a more soft society, and how we really need to step up and live up to a role of probably a masculine person. I think that's very, very deep. The possibility of me just opening up to these kind of people, just meeting these kind of people in my life completely goes by the rule of holding yourself at such a high standard. Because I remember how my conversation started with my barber yesterday. I was talking to him about how I finished my GCSEs. If you don't know, GCSEs is the thing we do in England. It's the standardized examinations for literally the whole like 11 years that you've been to school. It's a big thing. And he was like, oh, a pity you're only 16. You can't go to drink with your friends. If it was any other guy, they would think I'm super weird. I just looked up to him. I was like, nah. I don't drink actually. Maybe when I'm older, but definitely not now. I'm completely sober. And he was like, oh, I actually respect that so much. And it just started everything, bro. If you hold yourself at such a high standard, you would meet people who also hold themselves at such a high standard. That's the key to self-improvement and making friends. If you hold yourself at a high standard, I say, my friends don't do drugs. My friends don't drink alcohol. My friends don't party with girls and try to get them to have sexual intercourse at night, you're gonna make friends. I'm gonna be honest, it's not that hard of a routine. I journaled about parents as well. I said I found my parents and I reestablished my shaky relationship with my father. I remember having a conversation with him a few weeks back, and we were talking about humility. And I really think that he taught me a lot about becoming a humble man. And a quote I really took from like our talk was Plato's quote. Smart men, wise men talk because they have something to say. Fools because they have to say something. I just thought about that. I was like, that's totally my dad. My dad never really talks, but he's really that wise man who would say something only if he has something to say. So I think that's also key to put in mind, like to genuinely respect other people, to genuinely listen to other people, and be that listener rather than talking all the time. I think that's super powerful in making friends. You always got to try to know the other person before the other person will take an interest in you. That's literally one of the key principles in how to win friends and influence people. I found that I was talking about my genuine friendships in school right now. I felt like for like 2 years in a row, I've had like good friends, right? But I never had friends that really like bonded completely with me, that I was like, I'm gonna do everything with. I never had that. But going on self-improvement literally changed me. I felt like people start respecting me more because I start respecting myself more, you know? It's the thing where like, I don't think it's that, I think it's exaggerated when people say, oh, you get bullied for self-improvement. I didn't get bullied. I literally got praised for doing self-improvement. People thought I was sick because I was doing all these like meditation. I was being so self-disciplined. They could literally see my growth and my everything that I've done. I've literally done like 6-7 speeches in school. So much productivity. Started a history club in school. Literally been so involved with everything. And it's just beautiful just seeing people look up to you and they say, yo, I want to be like you. And like 2 of my closest friends literally started adopting some of like the things that I've done, such as like meditation. They start saying, oh, they start reading books. It's so inspirational to see people around you hold themselves at a higher standard because you hold yourself at a higher standard and they want to be like you. They'd see your success and they want to emulate that. It's such a beautiful thing. And I get really annoyed when YouTubers say, oh, they just don't care about you. They just want to put you down. Not really, bro. They don't really want to put you down. They see your success. They want to be that successful as well. So they're going to learn from you. One thing you got to teach them is humility. And one thing you got to own yourself is humility. They are better than you in certain scenarios. You are better than them in certain scenarios. That's the beauty of friendship. You criticize each other. You learn from each other. You take notes from each other. That's literally what I journaled about. If you want to take a... Nah. How to win friends and influence people, everyone. Love you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.